Steak and lobster day. So you guys know what I'm doing, right? I am scrapbooking our Thanksgiving photos. Here's what I've got, so let's see what I can do. Now my whole plan for this page is to create some pockets with the background paper. As you guys know, I love scrapbooking ephemera and pamphlets and tickets and all that kind of good stuff, and I'm always trying to figure out something a little bit new, something a little bit different to do that. And what I decided to do was use this paper from Pink Fresh. I believe it's a case of the Blahs. And I'm going to cut lines across the line of where the little scalloped edges are. Now down here in this area, what I am doing is creating a photo mat. So it's like there's a big photo mat here, and I'm just going to go ahead and just loosely cut some paper so that I can kind of like make a messy photo stack, and it's not going to be a whole lot of layers under it. A lot of the times when I do messy photo stacks, I'm doing like 4, 5, 6, sometimes 7 layers of photo stacks underneath of the photo, and it's not going to be that large for this particular layout. And I'm just putting the photo and the paper on ever so slight angles so that when you're looking at it, you don't really have to like cock your head all the way to the side. When you see my scrapbook layout and my album, I don't want you to have to turn your head to be able to see the picture face on. So if the photo is just slightly angled, you're not gonna like turn your head to look at it. Hopefully that'll make sense, because I'm totally showing you turning my head right now, but that doesn't do us any bit of good since you can't really see what I'm doing right now. You probably don't want to see what I'm doing right now because honestly, I hardly ever look at the screen while I am talking. So yeah, here we go. So there is the pocket or just the slit that I created. And when you order lobster from Maine Lobster now, they send you a whole bunch of information about the best ways to cook their products. If you are not in a place where you can get fresh Maine lobster on regular by just like shooting down to your store or any kind of fisherman's wharf or any kind of thing like that, if you do not have access to it, I highly suggest that you try out Maine Lobster now, because holy moly. Yeah, there you go. Now, this is where I am kind of creating the pocket. I'm just using this cardstock, and I cut it out just so that it was a little bit larger than that ephemera. Ran my tape around the ephemera, and there you go. Now we have the pocket. So now I'm just trying to figure out where the next one is going to go. So I go ahead and cut another slit in the paper, and as you can see, I'm just using those lines where the scallops are. And I want it to be positioned just right. I want to create my pockets just right so that they stay in this position and they're not going to be, moving around. Because if you just create a straight, woo, excuse me, if you just create a straight pocket, goodness, sorry guys, if you just create a straight pocket and you don't, like if I just would have cut the slits and put a pocket back there, these little guys would have moved around a whole lot. But I want them to really stay where they are, but I want you to still be able to pull them out if you want to read them. So now what I'm doing is taking some washi tape and just reinforcing those pockets. So anything on the back side of a page that has an edge to it, like if there's paper back there, or if there's a brad tying that pokes through, or anything like that, a staple, anything that pops out the back side of the page, I'm covering it with washi tape. And I actually have a little stash of washi tape that I would not use on my scrapbook pages, either because I just don't like the way it works, or it's just really not my cup of tea. Now, first, I love these little striped washi tapes, but tried to use them a couple different times on a couple different pages, and I just didn't like the way it looked. So it moved to my adhesive washi tape. And like I said, I have a small little stash of that. So if I've ever been given a washi tape in a kit that I didn't dig, or I had a multi-pack of washi tape and there was one in there that I was like, whoa, yeah, that's what happens. Now these are some Jelly Bean Soup letters that say, or not letters, word that says happy. And these are pink fresh word letter stickers. Boy, got that all confused. Jelly Bean word stickers, pink fresh letter stickers. And I'm definitely going to be saying Happy Steak and Lobster Day because that is what Thanksgiving has been for us for, oh goodness, years now. I can't even remember the first time we had steak and lobster. I don't remember the exact first time, but I do remember the conversation that my husband and I had. I told him I wasn't a fan of turkey. Like a roasted turkey in the oven just wasn't my thing. He said it wasn't his favorite either, and I said, let's do something different. So we started to do something different. And that is probably the first holiday we started staying at home and doing our own thing. Not to say we didn't go visit family on Thanksgiving anymore, but it was kind of like, no, we're going home and eating steak and lobster. So that is down there, that little ampersand. I cannot remember where I got these little puffy letter stickers. They are not, I think they're factory seconds, whatever ones they are, because I'm getting ready to tell you, I'm getting ready to write very. The letters aren't all positioned on the same exact spot on the circle. So I think they're seconds, or maybe I got them at the dollar store. I don't know. It's been some kind of years since I've been in a dollar store. I don't know where I got them. I really don't. But anyway, I'm repeating the letters. So it says, a very happy steak and lobster day. And you really can't see happy. It kind of blends into that green. So I do take a pen and outline it just a little bit, just to give it a little bit more definition, so that you can see it and it's there. So I'm pulling out these little ephemera pieces from the Pink Fresh Studio pack, and I think it's a case of the Blas again. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to put here, like what's gonna go here. And then I decide to decorate the slits where I created the pockets just a little bit, just to give it a little bit of something so it's not just a paper sticking out of another paper. You know what I mean? I wanted to give it just a little bit of oomph behind it. Now, this little die cut says something about staying home, and I pop it up with some foam tape. Now this foam tape is a thinner foam tape, which is cool for me. I do like the different thicknesses of my foam. So I have different thicknesses of some foam, like squares. I also have different thicknesses of foam tape. I have this skinny one and this thicker one from Brutus Monroe. And my unfun foam also is in different thicknesses as well. Now I grabbed these Arteza markers, and I'm just trying to find the best blue to color in the roof on this little house. And I figure out what that best blue is, and then I just go ahead and lay some color down on it. I'm not doing anything fancy. I'm not shading. I am not watercoloring. I am not doing a darn thing but coloring in the roof straight with a marker. And I think sometimes that we forget that it's okay just to do that. Like, it is okay. Just put the color on the page. Sometimes we're like, oh, I've got to watercolor this, and I've got to shade this, and I got to blend this, and I got to make this beautiful, beautiful thing. No, you don't. Put some color on the roof and call it good. And that is what I did. I put some color on that roof, and I called it good. I also added that Studio Calico cork arrow. love these guys. Love these so hard. And there I am outlining the happy. And the letter sticker is not, or the word sticker rather, is not like super sticking to the page. So it does pop up a little bit. And I do end up with a couple pin marks on the apple word. Oh my word. I don't even know where I got apple from. There's nothing around me that is... Okay, that's a dirty, dirty lie. I've got an iPad and an iPhone in front of me, and I'm getting ready to say there's nothing around me with an apple? Please. Okay, anyway. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with a little bit of ink that gets on the word happy. And I'm just trying to figure out if I wanted to add any more cork anywhere, or what that looked like. And I decided, no, I do not need any more cork, but I do need a little bit of fun and a little bit of texture going on, because there isn't a whole lot of embellishment yet. It is mainly the photo. I mean, seriously guys, I got a photo, a title, and the pamphlets, and that's about it. So I wanted to make sure that I got some other things going on. Now this is the Case of the Blah's puffy stickers, and I really do like Pink Fresh's puffy stickers. Sometimes they have like squishy puffy stickers, and sometimes they have a little bit less squishy, and these are a little bit less squishy, and that works for me. So I decided to put the sofa down there because I figured that worked for Let's Stay Home. Not that we eat steak and lobster on the couch. We are definitely sitting at our table doing that. Oh, I would lose my business if somebody tried to eat their lobster on my sofa. Anyway, moving on, put that little neon green kind of slash yellow heart there as well. I'm just trying to layer this up a little bit just to give it a little bit more, like I said earlier, texture, a little bit more fun, so that there's a little bit of decoration on the page instead of just boom, lobster pic, boom, lobster pamphlets, boom, title, and you're done. And that's totally cool. Like I have some of these pages where I'm like, here's a picture, here's the title, here's the whatever, there's one little decoration and I'm cool with this. But then there are some times where more is more. So this is one of those times where more is more. And I'm just creating these little clusters with what I have here on hand. I'm kind of flipping through these guys and seeing what else I can use. So I find this little leaf here and I repeat it. Since I have the leaf up top along with the viney leaf, I decide to go ahead and put that leaf there. And then I decide that I wanted to put down this little die cut that says feeling all the feelings. It made sense in my mind, so that's why it went on there. Sometimes there are things that we put on our pages that might not make a lick of sense to anyone else, but anybody in my family that is flipping through the album and sees feeling all the feelings would either think A, it's because of my love of steak and lobster, or B, because it's our family holiday we spend together and we usually don't travel for actual Thanksgiving. So, however you want to interpret it, go for it. If you don't want to interpret it at all, that's fine with me too. So my cluster is definitely larger. This is definitely the main cluster over here, and the smaller cluster up at the top. And I'm totally digging it. I'm throwing down some enamel dots, and these came from Freckled Fawn from a while ago. So I'm not entirely sure if they still have them. I'm actually not entirely sure what Freckled Fawn is selling right now. I should probably go check that out. I know I had canceled my embellishment kit before they canceled the kit, so I need to go check that out. All right, I think I am just about wrapping this page up, getting some adhesive down a little bit more so that it sticks and nothing's going to fall off of my page. Gotta write something down there. I think I'm just writing the date. Looks like I'm writing a little bit more. Whatever. I'm writing something and I'm probably using my Muji pen because I love my Muji pen. Yep, sure am. Throwing the date here, I believe. All right, guys, here are a few close-ups. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for celebrating Steak and Lobster Day layouts with me. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to talk, go ahead and leave me a comment. I love to chat with you guys, so thanks so much.